Alrighty, here we've got Shadow Strikers being played on Steam, courtesy of PIS Games. First look at this game. It's a fighting game, so it's a 3D one-on-one fighting game, and it is a work in progress, so it's not by any means finished. As you can see, you've got story is work in progress. You've got highest scores, gallery works in progress, and then you also have the player profile work in progress. Um, Online matchmaking does not work. It is broken, as far as I can tell. Um, Time trial is just how long you can it takes you to get through arcade mode with a timer, and then I presume a leaderboard. Survival mode is broken. At least my attempts to play it. I don't think it's quite done yet. Story mode obviously doesn't work. Training is 42 tutorials or free training. And then you've got a move list over here. And then you have arcade. I'll go do arcade here. Oh, so let's do options first. So game options, not much there. Graphics, I'm playing at 1280 by 720 because I'm able to get about 60, almost 60 frames per second, which is pretty good. As you'll see with the frame skip or with the frame counter on. Sound options, inputs. This supports keyboard, PS4, and Xbox controllers, which is really awesome. Do arcade mode, so you can choose CPU difficulty. I'll do easy. Match time settings. I'll do infinite. Round count 1. Start game. Alright. Go ahead and do player 1 here. Actually, wait. Okay, yeah. Alright, so you got quite a few characters to choose from here. You've got Ryder, Tatiana, Reynolds, Maximus, Nyx, Minerva, Lysandra, Darius, Crusher, and Orion. I'm going to play as Tatiana here, and you can choose a color. I find it kind of interesting that it looks green, red, and blue, and the colors are white, red, and black. Interesting. Yeah, not sure what's going on there. But then when you start the game, it gives you a random character to play against. Okay, and then it's gonna start the game here. I have 40. Okay, well it was at 59 frames per second, but still above above 30 is decent. The controls are very easy to learn. You essentially have a direction and a button to press, and you'll do a particular move. So, moves are not difficult at all to pull off. The game's fluid. I love how fluid the game is. It's easy to pick up, fun to play. Graphics are really good. Surprisingly good, especially since this is a solo project. It's really, really well done. I think PS Games did a great job with this game. My only gripe, really, outside of the modes that are under construction or in development, excuse me, the modes that don't say they're in development clearly are still in development. I think that should be addressed. Also, there's no block, so the computer player can block. But I haven't figured out a way to block incoming attacks. There's no block as far as I'm aware. As you can see, the computer can block without a problem. If I stand here, I'll still get smacked. If I hold back, right, I'll still get smacked. The tutorial does not give you any instructions on how to block. It goes through all of the different moves and combos you can do, which there's a lot here, you guys. There's a ton. But there's no option to block. And there's no designated button for blocking, as far as I can tell. And the controls and the move list, there is no button specific for blocking. I hope that gets implemented, because it's definitely needed for fighting game. You need to be able to block, especially if you're trying to play strategically or tactfully. You're going to need a method to block. The fact there's no block button is just kind of lame. So I do hope that does get added. Again, this game is a current game in development. It is not by any means finished. It's set to release, I think, on April 2024. I don't recall the date. I think it's like the first week of April, if I'm not mistaken. So really well done for what's here. There's a demo available on Steam. I will leave a link to download the demo in the description down below, as well as an option to wishlist the game on Steam if you like. Definitely encourage you to do so. It's a great game. It's it's a really neat game. I'll try this again here. Now at the end there, I got my power meter all the way up, which gives me the ability to do a special move, which is kind of cool. Now the grapple is another thing I have a problem with, because I thought, oh, if you hit the D-pad or the analog stick in a direction and hold the grapple button or throw button, you'll be able to do a different throw. No, it's just one single throw. I'm hoping that gets addressed as well. So not too much in the way of issues outside of the game modes being under construction, even though they don't say they are. They're bringing no block, and the grab mechanic is just one grab. It just kind of pushes the opponent, shoves the opponent out of the way. So I'll show you here. If I can get it to, yeah, that's all it does. That's it. But again, this game's great. For what's here, I cannot wait for the full release. There's going to be improvements, overall improvements. The game modes are going to be finished. Tweaks are going to be made to the way the game plays. So I'm hoping that what I brought up here in this video does get addressed at some point. If not at the time of initial release, maybe in a future update, future patch. But yeah, definitely needs a block button. The survival mode needs to be fixed, so it's actually a survival mode. There needs to be a dedicated block button. I'm sure I just said that because it really needs to be in there. And it would be nice to have different types of grabs. But in those things, this game's great. Tons of fun. And a really decent fighter. So, congrats, PIS Games. You guys did a great job. You did a great job with this game. Again, solo developer. Great job. And I can't wait for the final game to be released. And hopefully able to cover it when it's done. And they'll do it here. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, till next time. Take care and happy gaming.